What up, movie buffs? Happy Thursday evening. I hope you're doing well on this fine day. It's real hot outside, but I feel like that's like my go-to start the podcast off with some weather talk, and it's just lame. So I'm going to go ahead and
That's
skip
what
the
the people
preamble.
want is weather talk.
I should make that a poll next week and see if that's actually accurate, because I have a feeling it is.
And then we could do our third channel. Weather is terrible.
Weather is terrible. Oh man, we could just be like the kings of small talk, just walking around like windy out there.
Just everyone's favorite small talk podcast.
It's fucking bright out there.
That's yeah.
Yeah, already saying very laggy.
Son of a bitch.
Let's see what I can do. What can I shut down? Really nothing. That's too bad. So funny story. I was getting grief from one of our viewers. That's Colby from Fan Out Crew. He actually was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Oh, you're one of those people that just stream with Wi-Fi and not use Ethernet cables." Which I have used Ethernet cables in the past, but I didn't notice the performance to be exceptionally better or like much better. Turns out the Ethernet port on my computer is just not working, so it doesn't. I could plug it in and I'm still running Wi-Fi.
I know it's supposed to make a huge difference. I'm through Ethernet for work, but honestly, even when I've hooked up like my video game consoles and then video game streaming, if you have solid Wi-Fi, yes, it is better, but I haven't noticed a very huge difference at all. Actually, I haven't noticed the difference at all.
Yeah, I would have to do like a side-by-side test to really know, because there's so many variables. But anyways, I say all that to say we're probably going to be frozen up on the stream, and I don't like that. Can you guys hear us? Is there latency there? Let me know if at least the audio is coming through correct, because I'm looking at the video right now and I'm smiling like a donut.
Like a donut? Is that how donuts smile?
Donuts smile like you want to stick a penis in them. You know what I mean? You
Is
smile with no teeth, just like a donut.
Know what you do with donuts now. It's like that donut's just looking at me.
Yeah, cake donut became a glazed donut in about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh shit. All right, well, good to hear that the audio is perfect, because the video is laggy and crappy. I'm going to try to keep working on that over the next couple of days. You guys be patient with me. Typically on Thursday nights, we don't have these kind of issues, but such is life. Such is life. If you want to see us just upgrade computer equipment, get some nice cameras in this B, consider supporting me on Patreon. Head over there, take a look at all of the tiers, decide which one's right for you, and then maybe when the time comes, you can help support an independent content creator. Also, we got merchandise on Teespring. Keep a lookout for that. Caleb and I are both currently working on some new threads, man. So head over there, take a look. It's terrible attire on Teespring. I'll post a link down in the description. And before we get into our regularly scheduled program, I wanted to say rest in peace to rock legend Charlie Watts. Charlie Watts is the longtime drummer, forever drummer pretty much, of the Rolling Stones, and was just a real pioneer in the industry. Obviously, it's not like his life was cut tragically short at the age of 91, but he definitely was legendary in that way. Caleb, I know you're not super into the music thing. Do you have any Rolling Stones songs that you like?
Not really. I mean, I'm sure there is one. I mean, they have so many songs, but like I had no idea who Charlie Watts was until you said.
So, I know you would know, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man.
Yeah, I know that song. What other songs? I'm gonna Google it.
Paint It Black is a good one. Na 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 na.
I'm sure I would know him. I just don't know if I'd know him by title, you know?
Yeah. You for sure.
You can't
would.
always get what you want. Of course, I know that one.
Good band. Painted Black's one of my favorites. Sympathy for the Devil. She's a Rainbow. Under My Thumb. Under My Thumb might be my favorite Rolling Stone song. And then Gimme Shelter is fucking fantastic too. But
yeah, I don't know if, honestly, I'm sure that I heard these songs so much, but I have no idea.
Yeah. So guys, let us know. What are some of your favorite oh shit. Says we lost him. King of the Hills 34 199 super chat. Love back at you, man. Hope things are going well for you. Hope everybody is continuing to show support to King of the Hills right now. COVID is hitting very close to home for many of us here in the community, so it's important that we look out for each other in more ways than one. Obviously, support in a friendly way goes a long ways. Also, consider if you're not vaccinated, that's something that would be important, as well as if you've got religious objections or some sort of legitimate health reasons, maybe just like consider staying away from people, all of that kind of stuff. Do what we can, because this Delta variant has been a bitch, Caleb.
I have my daughter had a COVID test yesterday or a couple days ago. Scary as hell, man. You know,
yeah.
because I'm vaccinated. But like, of course, my kid isn't. She's not even 2. But it was scary. Luckily, it was just like a virus. Not COVID thing. That was scary as hell. Waiting for those results. The 20 minutes.
Isn't it crazy now that like we forget that there's other ways of being sick now. Like you're not either well or have COVID. There's other things you could actually be.
Yeah, like she was like coughing and boogers everywhere and what's it called. And they were like right away. They're like, "Do you want to do it?" I'm like, "Absolutely, I want to do a COVID test."
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you very much for the super chat, King of the Hills. And I do want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. I see you guys, and I really do appreciate you stopping by to talk some movies and music with us. I see some Paint It Black, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Wild, Wild, Wild Horses. Yeah, dude. Good shit. Good shit. So anyways, yeah, rest in peace to Charlie Watts. Definitely a legend. And we're going to go ahead and switch gears and talk about what we've been watching over the last couple days. If you don't know, I just now posted our review for episode 3 of the What If series. Also, stick around for the Saturday morning stream. Hopefully, if I can get my shit together by then, it'll be a smooth stream, but we'll see how it goes. Caleb, let's start off with you. What have you watched over the last week?
So I started my Kurosawa Fest again. I've watched half of Hidden Fortress because I just had my kid around, but I love it still. I'm starting to think I think Seven Samurai is better because Hidden Fortress was always my like top tier.
I've heard
Kurosawa.
You say that.
Now going back and watching them all like back to back to back, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I'm now a Seven Samurai guy. I also watched Paper Tigers, the kung fu like parody. What I would put in the category it is to martial arts films what Shaun of the Dead is to zombie films.
Oh, really?
It starts off like a parody, and by the end of it, it is just what it is.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it, man. I thought it was a great film.
That's one that I would be curious to give a watch. That sounds like something that I would enjoy. I've been watching a lot of horror films lately because October is coming up right around the bend, and I need to make a whole lot of horror-related lists. Like what I'm doing right now, and I really shouldn't say it, but it's not as if thousands of people are going to hear me and hold my feet to the fire about it. But if you're in the podcast listening to this stream right now, then you are going to hear me, and you're going to know if I fuck up and drop short of this goal. But I'm making a list like 13 movies to stream on Shudder, 13 movies to stream on Hulu, 13 movies to stream on Netflix this Halloween. So like I'm doing one for each different streaming service, and I've been watching stuff on Hulu because I know there's all those into the dark horror movies, but I don't feel like Hulu has a great selection of horror movies. So I was browsing, and I found one called Villains. It stars Micah Monroe.
This is the one that's like Don't Breathe, right?
Yeah.
Like where they go in. Dude, I love this movie.
It's fun.
It's incredible.
It's like if Don't Breathe was like a feel-good movie. No, well, that's one way of looking at it. It's the slightly less sleazy version of it.
Yeah, no, it's incredible, man. I really, really liked it. I was trying to think of it the other day, and I was like, that's it. As soon as you said it, that's a great movie on there.
So for those of you that just want a quick rundown, I recommend it. I think that both Caleb and I've spoken highly of it. It stars Bill Skarsgård, a.k.a. Pennywise, and then it stars Micah Monroe, a.k.a. She Who Is Followed, and It Follows. I don't remember the character's name, but they are they fancied themselves a couple like Bonnie and Clyde. Oh shit, I think I disconnected. Let's see. Nope. Still in here, I guess. They fancy themselves like a Bonnie and Clyde couple, but it's more like a Coen Brothers movie in that it's just a fucking comedy of errors. Their car breaks down and runs out of gas after a robbery, so they end up going into somebody's house to steal gas and, you know, basically get away. But they run into a family secret that kind of turns things on their heads and switches the dynamic up. But it's a comedy slash horror movie, I guess. It's got a couple good gore scenes in it.
I would definitely call it a horror comedy. I really loved it, man.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Well, good. There you go. That's a unanimous recommendation from both me and Caleb. So definitely check out Villains on Netflix. Oh, okay. And then there's two other ones I want to talk about. I don't want to make this a super long segment, but Night House, starring Rebecca Hall, is playing in the theaters right now. It's a psychological thriller horror movie, and it sounds kind of cliche. If you see a trailer, it doesn't necessarily look like the most groundbreaking thing, but Rebecca Hall's performance is almost Toni Collette level from Hereditary. Like, it's very, very good. It's a one-woman show, basically. And while I don't love where it ended up resolving itself, the whole setup to get there is really, really good. Have you heard anything about that one?
Never even heard of it. I just Googled it right now on my phone when you were talking. Never even heard of it.
It's a small little movie that just came out. I went and saw it solo in the movie theater the other day, and there was like 5 people in there with me. So I don't think it's going to be a hit, but it definitely deserves some flowers because she's just so good in it.
Oh, one other thing I've been watching too, Beastars season 2.
Okay.
So it's like Zootopia in high school and really twisted.
And anime, right?
And anime. And it's actually, you know how it's complained about the What If Marvel look, like the cell shaded?
Uh-huh.
Watch just 10 seconds of Beastars and go, okay, this is how it should look.
Okay. I've seen a couple episodes of Beastars and I like it. It's exactly what you said. It's like
it's like teen drama mixed with like murder and racism and animals.
Yeah, and I like the art style a lot. You guys can check that one out on Netflix if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and
Netflix.
Then there's this director named Amelia Moses, and she's very young, and 2 of her movies I say very young, she's like probably early 30s, and she released a movie called Bleed With Me and Bloodthirsty within like a year of each other. They're both feature films. There's an actress that appears in both of them. I can't remember her name. They're not what I would say are like great movies, but they're really good little indie movies that show the potential of an up and coming filmmaker. I'm thinking about actually reaching out to her and just kind of talking to her about her career so far, because both of them hit Shudder at the same time. I'm sure it's given her big exposure, but I think Bloodthirsty is kind of cool. It's a werewolf story about a pop singer, so definitely think that one was cool.
That Bleed With Me cover is really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. The girl thinks that her friend is stealing her blood.
It looks cool. Like that cover, just knowing nothing about it, just seeing that cover, I'm like, that's a Caleb movie.
Yeah, I would love to hear what you think, man. So check those out. So yeah, those will be the couple of recommendations I have for you. Be on the lookout for even more horror recommendations over the next couple of weeks. But let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about some of the worldwide weird news. First story. Too late, OnlyFans backpedals on announcement to ban explicit content. Caleb, can you roll it back considering the way that the news cycle works?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can roll it back. You know, as long as people got their porn, they're happy.
You think?
Yeah, no, that's all it was. You know, people freaked out because they had one less place to watch porn at.
I feel like I feel like we are not on the exact same side of this, and I kind of love it. We should explore this. I think that the thing about the news is that if you say something is or isn't, that's always so much more sensational than the going back and amending the article afterwards. Like saying OnlyFans bans porn is a much bigger story than OnlyFans unbans porn.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and not to get political, but I just always think of the Covington kids when that story broke of like, oh, these kids are like racist, horrible people. And then everyone had to retract it and go, oh yeah, there's all these other videos of them being kind of the victims in the situation. But that story no one really cared about because it had already been said. So
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
think there's a good point to that.
I don't know, because it's a company and because it is so massively successful, maybe this will just like kind of burn away and it'll go back to exactly what it was before. But I do imagine that this has to fuck with the morale of some of the people on the platform.
As far as like the e-girls type of
Yes.
people,
Yes.
they don't care, man. As long as they're getting money, they're probably happy.
Yeah. A lot of them are like, we're still getting money off the platform, but fuck y'all also. But yeah, what is
Yeah,
that
but
worth
also, where
anyway?
else are they going to go?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
They can say that till they want blue in the face. It's either that or down to the corner, and they can just flash their badge at people there.
Let me
Where else are
ask
they going to
you.
go?
I have a sneak. How many porn subscriptions do you have on OnlyFans, bro? Tell the truth.
Oh, like that I'm subscribed to?
Yes.
0, but I have
Liar.
42 people that are subscribed to me, just fapping all day.
All right, cool. We'll
Do you
move
have any
on.
OnlyFans subscriptions?
No,
Seriously.
man. I've never been on the site before.
Only reason I was is some girl I knew was on it and someone sent me a link.
I will tell you the honest to God truth. I have Google imaged OnlyFans images of Karina Kampf.
I don't know who that is, but
She's like one of the Logan Paul. She's old school, hot blonde girl.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I've never been. That's the only thing is there was this one girl that someone was like, dude, so and so has an OnlyFans, and her stuff like you could see all the previews, and I did see that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, guys, let us know in your comment section. Let me know in your comment section.
I don't know.
See.
I just feel like paying for porn in this day and age is weird.
It's kind of crazy. It feels almost like you'd have to be an insane person to do something like that.
100%.
Oh, I don't know. Not you freaks. Y'all are cool. Not you sex perverts in the chat.
Who have a billion OnlyFans subscriptions.
Just nothing but, dude. Got
I
another
would give to
browser
your
window
Patreon,
open.
but I'm tapped with my OnlyFans.
Yeah, man. All right. 47. You guys go and hook Caleb up with a follow. Did you hear that the Nevermind cover boy is suing for CP?
The what? Oh, Nirvana.
Yes.
Yes, I did see this. I read this morning. What do you think?
It's kind of crazy. Like, I never thought of it that way. And then when they put the money on the hook in front of him, it's almost as if he's a SW. I'm trying to be walk this minefield here, but I kind of saw the point a little bit. I think he's made a very compelling case on a bullshit argument, or a very good argument on a bullshit case.
It's really hard because like we used to do advertising with like kids exposed butt cheeks,
Yeah.
and you do. If I correct, you do see his genitals in this picture.
Oh
correct?
yeah. Starring.
Yes, I thought so. If I remember, so I do think there's an argument to be made. If we're gonna have people very angry at that Netflix movie from the French director, Cuties, remember that movie?
Yes.
Well, this is more egregious than that.
Yeah.
It's actual childhood nudity. Then also, I don't know, it's that weird thing because if you look at it and you see it in that light, then like who sees it in that light? Like
Correct.
I've never looked at that picture and saw it in that light.
That's the morally gray area, right? Because intent is one thing, but we know there's weirdos out there. So while I believe we should completely desexualize nudity, especially among like little children, like you shouldn't look at little kids. I feel like everybody. I feel like American sensibilities about nudity are a little bit archaic and a little bit puritanical. And if we would destigmatize it, it would be, like everybody'd have a healthier relationship with their bodies and with their sexuality. However, he's got a good case. Like his lawyer came up with several good enough points to be like, if he wins this case, I would not be shocked because there are weirdos out there.
Yeah. it was something that they didn't like sign a release or something, isn't it? I read something along the
Yes.
lines of that. That's
Yes.
where they're going to get him. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he says the guy's been making money. Or Grand Theft Auto says the guy's been making money for ages, and now he has a problem. It's all for the money. That's the impression that I get.
That's the impression I get as well.
Because let's be honest, nobody looks at that picture and knows that it's that guy, other than the fact that he's spoken to magazines, he's done photo shoots, he's gone out and publicized under the, hey, I'm the Nirvana guy, and now he wants to sue the band members all for $150,000.
On a tangent, it's so funny you say about like, so both of us are married to foreigners. I know my wife thinks we have a weird standard for Americans with nudity. Is your wife kind of like think Americans are weird about nudity too?
No. Okay. Different situation because of the very puritanical upbringing. She's from a very religious family. So
it's so funny. My wife's very, very religious, but she's from Africa for anyone who doesn't know. And she, very, very religious, very, very like conservative in her values and just in general. But she also thinks like the fact that like people don't just walk around breastfeeding constantly in America is weird.
Yeah.
You know, which it is. It is weird. There's no reason we shouldn't have a woman cover up her baby to breast that kid's eating. If you're sexualizing it, a woman breastfeeding, you're the weirdo, not the woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
but then it's like we kind of do we account for the weirdo, I guess, is kind of
it's a weird thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, good stuff. Let us know what you think in the comments section down below or in the chat. We will take a look at that here in just a little bit. Right. The last story that I have before we switch gears into the Florida thing is super safe sex. Man seals penis shut with adhesive and dies. Yikes.
Intentionally?
Bro, it's a weird story. There's a lot going on to this story. For example, I don't think it was the adhesive that killed him. In a bizarre accident from, I assume, India, a 25-year-old man allegedly died after using an epoxy adhesive instead of a condom during intercourse. How do you think that's going to end?
Yeah, and also for the woman too. I mean, she's lucky she didn't get
something
too.
Damn. I mean, if it's like fast drying, then you're good. The cat drums 3 says been
like
there.
Hug in the hole, like hold it shut.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So he checked into a hotel with his former fiance. The couple was not carrying protection, so they decided to use a strong adhesive to seal off his private parts during intercourse to avoid pregnancy, which became the cause of his death. Okay, it says it's the cause of his death here. He was found unconscious in the shrubs near the hotel. Following this, he was admitted to the hospital where his condition deteriorated and he died. The viscera samples of the deceased have been sent for forensic examination. We're waiting for the report to arrive. They were addicted to a certain drug and were intoxicated, obviously. They used...
Makes a lot more sense.
It says they used a drug that involved a whitener and an adhesive, which is inhaled to get a... So they were getting high off of the same drug that they used to seal his penis shut?
It's just all in one, man. You can do everything on it.
Man. It's the weirdest thing you've ever put on your penis.
Oh, no. I don't think I've put anything too weird.
Bro, not icy hot?
No, I don't think. I might have scratched like my nuts after putting it on icy hot or something.
I'll never forget, buddies. I think we were in like middle school.
You did this intentionally?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, no.
Like I had friends with older brothers, and the older brothers are like, dude, if you want to like get the best feeling that you're ever going to feel, you've just got to rub icy hot on your nuts. And so we would get a big handful of it and put it on my nuts. And then it literally is it's the brutal thing, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, of course it's brutal. Like, have you ever like gotten cologne on it or anything? Like that burns.
Yeah.
You know, I can imagine icy hot.
2021's next TikTok. I can't believe I'm the only person that's heard of that. I thought that was like one of those things. I was talking the other day about some of the pranks we used to pull. And did anybody at your school, Caleb, ever do palm readings where it was like you're going to live in a big mansion, you're going to have a wife and 3 kids, and you're going to have a pool. and then they would hock a loogie right in the middle of your hand.
No, that never happened.
We were such little assholes, bro.
The thing that people did, and do you remember this? I don't know if it happened there. Do you remember when people would like choke themselves
Yeah.
and then someone punch them in the chest until they knocked out?
Until they pass out.
Yeah. Like kids were dying from this.
Ours were cross your arms like this. You breathe
Yeah,
in
that's what it was.
20 times, and then they push on your chest, and you're just like, fall over. Don't try that at home. Definitely don't try that at home.
Dude, like kids like died and have brain damage from that thing.
Yeah, not a good thing. Don't eat really hot sauce and scratch your balls. Yeah, that's definitely would be a problem. Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, not something that would be good.
All right.
I have, this is horrible.
Go.
Have you ever gotten a BJ after the chick ate something hot?
Oh, no.
I've had that happen. So I'm from New Mexico. We eat hot stuff all the time.
All the time, yeah.
It's happened before. And you're like, oh,
man.
this is great. And then instantly you're like, this is not great. Abort mission right now.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. And then, okay, what about the one where you were wearing a ball cap and somebody runs? I think we've talked about this one before. They run up and they hit you on the button with the flat of their hand. You know the little button at the top of a ball cap?
Yeah. No, I don't remember this.
Run up and you just fucking whack them right on the top of their head, and it just like drives it into their cranium. It hurts like a bitch, dude.
No, never done that.
Bad. Yeah. Oh, good times, man. I wish you guys could see us in action instead of just every once in a while little frozen images, but too bad. Such is life. Let's see. Florida woman chucks ex's cat into the river. Talk about making that pussy wet. Oh.
I knew that was coming as soon as I heard cat in river.
Woman threw cat into river, threatened to kill ex-boyfriend. Volusia deputies say. So, of course, this is Florida, and the cat's expected to be okay. A cat named Stanley is expected to be okay after an Oak Hill woman threw the animal into a river while it was locked inside a crate. All right, Caleb, dole out the punishment, dude. 53-year-old woman throws cat in crate into river.
She did this to get back at the ex? Was that what it was? It was
Yes.
ex's cat? Okay. Punishment? I don't know, man. Like, it's funny. It's the person who hates animals. I also don't support animal cruelty at all. You know? Like, this is not cool.
It's a cat, dude. Your favorite thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cat, but it's not like a kid or something. It's not going to be as harsh as that or a human being, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't even know what the appropriate is. A couple of years minimum.
Yeah.
3 to 5?
9-month-old cat. The dude jumped in and rescued Stanley. That's a G right there. And I mean, look, on one hand, we don't know what this guy did to her. On the other, it doesn't fucking matter.
I know the cat didn't do anything to her.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, me and my brother were talking about this. This is dark, but you remember the Chris Watts out here in Colorado, the guy who killed his wife and kids?
Do I ever?
Yeah, man. That guy put him in like oil barrels or whatever, and it was all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother had this conversation. It's like, not that I support this, but like, you wanted to divorce your wife and everything. What did the kids do to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, talk about just like tying off loose ends, I guess. Yeah, that shit is dark, but I've got a morbid fascination with a channel called That Chapter. He's an Irish kid that just kind of does true crime recaps, you know, and he's clever. So
Really?
I watched that. Yeah. I watched that a bit, and he talked, you know, there's been a bit of Chris Watts shit, but it's National Dog Day today, so shout out to the doggies, everybody. That's cool.
Did you see my post on Facebook?
No.
You didn't see it? That's great.
No.
I said National Dog Day is a fake holiday, just like dog moms are fake moms.
Jesus, man.
That's good. That's good.
It is. It's a Twitter. It's a tweet.
It is a good tweet.
It's a tweet. You can't put that shit on Facebook. Who are you talking to, dude?
I do have a Twitter now. I have like no one following me, but I do have it.
Yeah, I can relate with that, dude. I get like on a good day, like 5 likes for a post.
Dude, I used to get good engagement on Twitter, but I was super active on it, and it makes you crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it makes you hate life if you're on Twitter too much. It really does. Any social media, pretty much.
Shout out to the dog and Candyman, says the Cat Drums 3. Yeah. Yeah. Justice for, I don't remember the dog's name, but it definitely got its head cut off with a butcher knife. Damn. Good movie. I can't wait to see the new one. It's actually Thursday and opening tonight. Unless Victoria is willing to go see it with me tomorrow after she gets off work, I'm going to a matinee.
Tonight?
Nah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. I was like, man, I wouldn't go out that late to see it.
Yeah, well,
I still haven't even seen the original Candyman.
you gotta see the original.
I know it's like
Candyman.
the director of it has a movie I want to watch, like Samurai Marathon or something like that. It's like a Japanese language film, the director of the original Candyman.
Really?
Yeah. It looked cool. I bought it on Vudu for like nothing. It was like on sale for like $3. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay $3 to check this out.
I legit did not know that that Bernard Rose directed anything else. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I think it's called Samurai Marathon or something like that.
Did I just stop freezing? Did I?
Samurai Marathon. Yep. I think it's by him. I know it said something about, maybe I'm thinking of a different director. Let's see the director.
They had a really cool promo for Candyman where if you went onto the website...
Yeah, Bernard Rose, it's him.
No shit. All right. If you went to the Candyman website and you said his name 5 times into your microphone, it brought up exclusive content that you can't see any other way.
That's super cool.
That's good marketing, you know?
That's really good marketing.
Right now, the chat says 53% of people say it's too late for OnlyFans to roll it back. That's a pretty damn close split. We're going to revisit that a little bit later on towards the end of the podcast. So you guys make sure that if you haven't contributed to the poll, you just head up there, take a look at it, click yes or no, let us know what you think. Yeah, Mark, apologies about the choppy video. It's a B. It's a B. Trying to work on it. I've had a lot of help from Colby Sullivan from the Fan Out crew over the past week or so, but the man I think he's keeping tabs, and I'm not comfortable with that, with the amount of work that he's done. Now I'm not comfortable with it. For the 3 hours that he helped me, I was very comfortable with it, but now...
Yeah, you were fine when he was doing the work. Now
Correct.
You're just like...
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't have done that, dude. I really wish you wouldn't have helped me. Anyways... Roll back what? I don't remember. Oh, Beetlejuice. Oh shit, Beetlejuice is in the chat now too. We're in trouble. We got Candyman. Oh dude, what if that was a what if story? Like we're just branching out into different realities, and what if Candyman and Beetlejuice both got summoned at the same time?
Beetlejuice wins.
Beetlejuice went? You haven't even seen dude.
I know, but it's Beetlejuice.
All right, that's cool. I guess I can't really ask you that and then shut you down, you know? Like, hey, answer this question so I can tell you can't answer it.
I don't even know what Candyman does. I just know he has a fish hook.
Yeah, and what does Beetlejuice do? Talks fast.
Talks fast, has giant worms and creatures.
Yeah, man. He fucks with the Dune sandworms.
Yeah, see? That. You can't beat the Dune sandworms.
No, you're right. All right. Well, that's cool. I guess that pretty much somehow tied into our conversation about the lady with the cat. But we're going to go ahead and switch gears to some movie news, because this week at CinemaCon, somebody got to experience something, and we're going to kind of talk about what that might have been.
Someone experienced something, and we might talk about it.
Yeah, man. We're gonna pull up cinemacon.com here and take a look, because it just happened over the weekend. In fact, it's now in session, excuse me. And August 23rd through 26th at the Caesar Palace in Las Vegas. Wow, they spared no expense for the venue. And basically every year it is a place where vendors and cinema owners go and view content, talk about sponsorships, vending merchandise, all of the different things that keep theaters going these days. And we got some footage out of it. One of those projects being The Matrix 4, and one of those projects being the Batman footage. Caleb, did you tell me that you don't think the Batman's actually a movie?
I did. I'm being proven wrong. I didn't think this movie was ever going to come out.
Hey, bro, 1 minute footage doesn't say the same thing.
I don't know, but it seems like it's chucking along. I don't think it'll hit whatever release date, but I think it might actually come out. I thought for the longest time this was just going to end up in limbo.
Yeah, it is seemingly becoming a reality, but oh man, just so much Batman. According to the independent.co.uk, a featurette was unveiled as part of Warner Brothers CinemaCon presentation, and it sounds like it was essentially like a bunch of action sequences, like a bunch of second unit director shit where the city of Gotham's in chaos and Batman's fighting his way through a group of people and there's explosions and everything's awash in a red light.
So comic book movie footage.
Yes, correct. With a red tint. With a
red tint. Okay, cool.
Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is seen walking through the city before he rises, after which Reeves is heard promising an emotional Batman movie like audiences have never seen. What's the most emotional Batman movie?
I don't really think we have one. Do you?
I was trying to think about like the most emotionally affecting Batman movie, and I guess by default it would have to be like The Dark Knight Rises, kind of.
Which one's that? The third one?
The last one, yeah. Not
Never
the best
saw that
one.
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never saw that one.
It's not great, but there's the whole like the ending of it, It's like when the shit ends, you're like, oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't think we've had there's emotional Batman stories. I just don't think they've been told in cinema.
Yes, absolutely. Diss Track Nick says they revealed Andy Serkis as Alfred, though. Yes, they did. So there's a footage or a picture of Andy Serkis dressed in the vest with white hair playing a version of Alfred. What do you think about that casting?
Very, very bizarre.
In a good way or a bad way?
I mean, I love Andy Serkis, so I'm all in, but it's weird. It's a weird casting.
Young people or old people look so much younger now. I remember Holden, and I don't want to completely talk out of turn. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but Holden didn't seem to like the Marissa Tomei version of Aunt May in the new Spider-Man movies because he thought that Aunt May should be older like she was in the original movies. But our aunts and uncles aren't, 40 and 50 years older than us. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Parents are getting older as they're having kids.
That's a good
Not
point,
younger.
but they still look... Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. So when you see...
I agree with Holden on this. I think she's way too young.
To be a 16-year-old's aunt?
How old is Marissa Tomei?
She's like 50-something. Like 55. And still fly as a motherfucker.
Yeah, she's just too hot. That can't be Aunt May. I don't want a hot Aunt May.
Come on, dude. Yeah, Jay Wolfie, the original Aunt May is too old. Thank you. Jay Wolfie says the Amazing Spider... Always defending the Amazing Spider-Man. I love you, dude, but come on with that. I'm just kidding.
Who is the Amazing Spider-Man Aunt May? I don't even know.
It's Sally Fields, who is also like 70-something.
To me, that's a better...
It would be great,
sense.
Aunt May. I hear because in the comic books, they look like elderly people, but I'm trying to tell you that when Spider-Man was created, that same woman was 45 years old.
I don't know, man. I want white hair on my Aunt May.
Damn, dude. All right. Well, I see I lost
You know how
argument.
like people have like the thing that hill they down, like Batman doesn't kill. I'm like, Aunt May isn't hot.
Oh, shit.
That's my hill.
I don't care. I get to look at Marissa Tomei, so win-win. Yeah, dude.
I still haven't seen those movies though. Is she good in that role?
I think she's wonderful. I think she's very, very good.
I mean, she's a good actress.
two of my favorite movies she's in, and I don't think that anybody that has seen these movies can say anything other than they're fucking fantastic. That is My Cousin Vinny and oh fuck. What's the name of the other one that she's in?
I've seen My Cousin Vinny. My mom loves that movie.
I'm gonna have to look up the name of it
The
now.
Utes.
Yeah. Dude, she was in so much
Tomei.
good shit at the time. Was it
I always thought she was so hot growing up. Always. She still is a good looking lady.
Definitely. Uh,
56 years old. That's incredible.
it was like 1989 or something. I feel like no, it was later than that. It was
She's also in Four Rooms, I guess. I didn't remember being in it, but she's awesome in that. That's an awesome movie.
which
Love
one,
Four Rooms.
bro? She's
Nice.
in the Toxic Avenger,
Is she?
uncredited in the Toxic
Okay.
Avenger, her very first role. Um, but yeah, I agree with you. Four Rooms was interesting. I should go back and rewatch it.
Incredible film.
Oh, duh. Chaplin
Chaplin?
with RDJ, man.
Oh, like the Charlie Chaplin movie?
Uh huh.
I've actually never seen it.
Um, it's really good. It's very very good. My Cousin Vinny is my favorite remote dropper movie. Oh yeah, it's definitely and she's 57 now. Yeah, that's crazy. Caleb, how old do you think the lady? Let's look. How old do you think the lady in the original Spider-Man was?
Let's see. Aunt May age. Let's see.
I am guessing. I can't tell you what the name of that lady is right now. I am guessing in that original film. I swear to God, bro, she was probably 60 years old.
There's no way. She's like 70. I mean, she is way too old, but I like that.
Yeah. I don't want to see your fucking
She was
browser history,
75 when she
bro.
played Aunt May.
How old?
75.
Okay. So, your grandmother's age.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're done here. I think everybody knows that I am correct that Aunt May should not be 75 years old.
No, I think she should be 75. I want my aunt
You're
because she's Peter's parents' older siblings, right?
I guess.
So how old if what's her name's this age? Like I thought they were like a lot older than his parents was the whole thing.
You spitting, dog. I don't know. I don't know that shit.
That's what I always assumed. I could just be making this up though.
I mean, it's definitely heavily implied that they're old, but no, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's fine. Everybody's got their preference. I think that this ties to the Alfred thing, is what I was asking, because all the way back to that, there was the guy in the original Batman.
Oh, in the 89 Batman?
Yes,
What was his name? Batman.
Michael Gow or something like that.
Yeah, I cannot think of that now who you're talking about. I
Gough.
want to almost pull up a picture because I remembered him being like really old, in the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But it's funny because I throw this out because I had no problem with Snyder's version of Alfred where he's like the same age as Batman, which made no sense.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. What's the guy's name? Michael Gouch. Yeah, okay. I can't pronounce it. How old was he when he was in Batman? Man, we're gonna learn so many things about elderly actors. This is the place to come if you want to hear about elderly actors. Your place to be.
What's it called? I can't even think today. Geriatric podcast.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. For me, Alfred doesn't bother me. I just want my Aunt May old. I don't know why. That's my like thing that makes more sense to me.
1989 minus 1916.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing math.
I think he was 73. I think he was 73 years old.
See,
when he was in
70s is
Batman.
where we need. You know why they're doing her younger though? It's not like an artistic decision of like, oh, let's lock her in and we can have her grow old in the
She'll
role.
eventually be old Aunt May.
She'll eventually be 75 because we're gonna make 10 years of these movies.
You think she's gonna be hot,
I don't know, maybe.
dude?
Who's your hottest old lady crush?
Oh, come on, Cassandra Peterson,
Who's Cassandra Peterson?
bro. Or Barbara Crampton. Barbara Crampton.
Oh,
Cassandra
Elvira.
Peterson. Yeah, man. She's a smoke show, dude. She looks amazing still.
That's a very good pick. Mine has always been, what's her name? I always thought she was like a hot older chick, and I have no idea why. Mary Steenburgen.
From 12 Monkeys?
She's Mary Steenburgen. She's Ted Danson's wife.
I gotta look this up. Mary
Steenburgen or whatever.
All
Steen Bergen.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's always been my old lady crush. But
Okay.
now she's just getting too old lady.
Yeah, for sure. Same with Cassandra Peterson and Barbara Crampton. But also, Ma Kent used to be a smoke show, dude. Diane Keaton.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Let's talk about
Diane Keaton.
Shoot, old ladies, gilfs.
Yeah, gilfs. Now she's just disgusting though, Diane Keaton.
Yeah, she hit the,
Yeah,
Crampton,
we're all gonna hit that point where we're all disgusting.
Oh yeah, shit, dude. I got like a good 10 years.
Yeah, man, I don't got much. I'm already there.
Susan Sarandon, dude. Oh man, from Rocky Horror Picture Show in particular, she's definitely a babe though.
Yeah.
All right, well that's cool. So there was the Batman footage. All right, Caleb, I know we've talked a little bit about it. One sentence about your enthusiasm for a Matt Reeves Batman movie.
Only care because it's Matt Reeves.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What about The Matrix 4?
Oh man, I could care less. I still haven't seen The Matrix 3.
What about if I told you that the title was The Matrix Revolutions? Wait.
Wasn't that already one of them?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what it is. Maybe it's The Matrix Resurrections.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Resurrections.
That's a pathetic fucking subtitle.
It is really bad.
It's like the worst movie title you could make.
Yeah, it is.
For a Matrix movie.
Well, and then especially for a movie that's coming back, it's like too on the nose.
Alien Resurrection. How many Resurrection movies? Halloween Resurrection, probably.
Yeah, it's like the go-to, like, coming out of retirement franchise thing.
How many movie?
Oh man, it's gonna be. Have you seen all 3 of the Matrix movies?
Yeah.
First one's incredible.
Love the first one of my favorites.
Watched the second one, I was like, this is bad. I remember it as a kid in theaters. I was like, this is dumb.
I loved it.
Really?
When I was a kid.
Dude, no, I was always an old
stonks, dude.
I loved the first one, and then I saw the second. I was like, this is horrible, and never saw the third.
Wow. Birdemic 2, The Resurrection. Resurrection 1980. The Mechanic Resurrection. Afro Samurai Resurrection. My Little Pony Resurrection. These people are probably full of shit. I'm getting out of that one.
I don't know. Afro Samurai, I think there is a resurrection of Afro Samurai.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like the go-to. Oh, something's been gone for a little bit, and then let's bring it back.
And let's resurrect it. And plus the whole Neo allegory and how he's Jesus.
I don't know. Those movies are just... And the Wachowski siblings haven't made a good film since the first one, so I'm not really excited.
And before that basically the only good film the Wachowskis ever made was The Matrix.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they've really made another good one.
We haven't taken this kind of turn in months. This was fun. Halloween Resurrection is top 5 Halloween films. Oh, that's high praise there, Cat Drums 3. Top 5 Halloween films. There's Halloween 1. That's it. That's how many good Halloween... No, I'm just kidding.
No, 2's good.
Movies. Yeah, Halloween 2's good. I like Halloween 2018.
I haven't seen that one.
What else is a good Halloween? I think that's... Maybe I haven't seen Resurrection. No, that's the one with Paul Rudd in it. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Paul Rudd's in a Halloween movie?
Yeah, I think it was his first role. No, he was in Clueless and Halloween within like a year of each other. I feel like...
I did see this movie when it came out, but I guess I haven't seen it since.
I think he beats Michael Myers to death with a pole at the end of it. Which you would think would be really effective, considering you can't burn them or shoot them or fucking stab them to death. Yeah, Cat Drums 3 is very good. I agree.
I actually like 3. Like a lot of people don't like Halloween 3 because it's not Michael Myers. I dig it.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I feel like I was told to hate it growing up, because Michael Myers isn't in it. But then with a little bit of like distance from it, it's the most Halloween of all the Halloween movies.
How cool would it have been if they would have stuck to their original plan of like every film, like Halloween 4 is a new story,
Yeah.
5's, that was the original plan.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have done that.
Yeah, same. Yeah, absolutely. So, Carrie Ann Moss and Keanu Reeves are about old enough to be playing fucking Uncle Ben and Aunt May at this point. And I don't know, dude. I just can't see how with all of the years that we had between the original one and now, and the Wachowskis' body of work, I'm not seeing like good things in this movie's future.
I don't know why when you said Wachowski's bodies, I thought you were going in a totally different direction with that. I was like, oh, we're going there.
We've seen the evolution of their bodies, and I just don't know if I want to.
No, that's instantly where my mind went, and then you said it, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh fuck! Oh man. You're jeopardizing my future career hosting Jeopardy, sir.
That's very true. You're gonna get canceled. I think you're gonna get canceled for more jokes than I probably would be.
I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto said stop. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're gonna move on. Jacob Anderson, was cast as the vampire who will be interviewed in the upcoming Interview with the Vampire series on AMC.
Oh, I forgot they're doing the series. We talked about this. Totally forgot about it until right now.
Jacob Anderson plays Grey Worm on Game of Thrones. I think he came into the show in season, I don't know, maybe season 4 or 5.
I'm trying to pull him up, see what actor he is, if I know him from anything else.
He is not white.
He's
mixed, yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually think that works just fine for the character of Louis. I don't think there's anything about Louis that is explicitly white other than, and I guess they can change it, but Louis was a slave owner. So do they just take that out?
Yeah, I guess they could just take that out.
Or could he be a Creole, high society, mixed guy that had slaves?
That's an interesting take to put on the character.
That would be interesting because his look in particular is very, very New Orleans. There were lots of French settlers that came. There were lots of Africans that lived there. So culturally, people have been mixing there for a long time. And I don't think that there's anything unusual about his look to be cast as the character. I just wonder how they're going to deal with that pretty important part of who Louis was and what kind of informs his relationship with the slaves on the plantation of Lestat's, when Lestat comes around.
I feel like if you take it the direction here, if they don't take it out and they actually tackle it, there's a really interesting story to be told there, actually. Very, very interesting.
Maybe a bad time to even explore. I don't know how it goes well. I'm curious. I do feel like there's something really compelling there, but I also feel like these days the easiest, least controversial way to deal with it is just to ignore it.
Yeah, probably. Or make a pre-designated, political move on it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am definitely curious about this series. AMC has historically
Is he a good actor?
put
I've
out
never
good
seen
stuff. Grey Worm is a character that by design is emotionless. All of the Unsullied, which he was a slave, and all of his fellow soldiers are slaves. They're all eunuchs. They were all castrated when they were children. They were kidnapped and they were taught to be emotionless soldiers that are basically just like a collective, their whole objective is just to be badass soldiers. So his character, he always refers to himself in the first person, and he never has a lot of range, but I have a feeling he's good.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see. I mean, I think that I'm still pumped for the show. I think it's an interesting show. I'm definitely would check it out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to let you guys know what I think about that. Jambos, just joined the stream. Do we have footage of Matrix 4 already? No, it is not currently available to the internet at large. However, it was screened at CinemaCon, and there is a couple articles out there where you can read
I
a
can't
little bit
believe no
about
one
it.
leaked it.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's shocking to me.
So the trailer opens going by his pre-Matrix with Reeves going by his pre-Matrix name Thomas Anderson, speaking with his therapist, played by Neil Patrick Harris. Cool. Am I crazy? He asks. We don't use that word in here. Harris's character replies. Next, Neo says hello to Trinity in a cafe. Have we met? She asks. They don't seem to remember each other. He's later shown taking pills and looking at himself in the mirror as Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit plays. Really, dude? White Rabbit? I think they used that in the original Matrix, though, to be fair. Something is clearly off about his reality, and he knows it. Blue pills pour into the sink, and Neo sees a vision of himself turning into an old man in the mirror. A blue-haired woman tells Neo that if he wants the truth, he'll have to follow her. Then comes the action. We get all the jumping, twisting, slow-mo martial arts, and gravity-defying acrobatics synonymous with the franchise. Newcomer to the Matrix verse. You Abdul Mateen II, who is in the Candyman film, fights with Keanu, leading to an energy explosion. After all these years, to be going back to where it all started, back to the Matrix, as another new addition to the franchise, Jonathan Groff. Okay, so no Lawrence Fishburne. He wasn't asked to return.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking. You think he would have been one of the people that would have totally been brought back, but I don't know where the third film ends, so maybe there's a story reason why they didn't ask him back, because I have no idea.
Patrick Stewart, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I will talk to you soon. He said, gotta go. Time for dinner with kiddos. Got your shirt in. It's awesome. Terrible apparel, dude. That is fantastic.
Awesome, man.
I would love to see that. That's great. He got the crow design. Super.
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of information about what's in the new trailer. It's kind of a breakdown of what they did see in it, and it's only directed by Lana and no Lily, so it is just one of the people directing it, and I think the other sibling went on to do other projects. The movie premieres on December 22nd, and I can't muster up much enthusiasm for it. I think that's just kind of where we're...
Yeah. Like, who cares, don't you think?
Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, if it is great, that's awesome. I don't think there's more story to be told there. However, I would be curious about your thoughts on the third movie, Caleb. If I say watch it as a live action anime, you might appreciate it more.
Well, have you ever seen Megazone 23 or heard of the anime? It's heavily, they straight up ripped off that movie pretty much. Like, people talk about Ghost in the Shell. It's way more closer to Megazone 23, the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the fights with Agent Smith and Neo in the third movie, they look like Dragon Ball Z battles. They're flying at each other and hitting each other.
That's how the second one was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way more of that. King Dingaling says he will be playing young Morpheus. Oh, that's interesting. And Lana did kind of bash the idea of it, Patrick. And I said before Caleb and I started recording, like, I kind of respect Lana for wanting to go and do new projects and not just go back to the well. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brad Fedek with the blue reel, man. That little custom emoji is fancy. I like that. That's a good look for you, sir. Let's see. Jambo says, Venom delayed to 2022. The No Way Home won't be until May at the earliest, I think. What? Is that accurate? What the fuck?
That Venom was delayed?
To 2022? Venom 2 could be delayed until January 21st, 2022. Wow. Not true, according to new report from IGN one day ago.
Okay.
Who do you trust? Is it IGN? I would go IGN over The Escapist.
I would definitely go IGN over that.
Updated August 25th, so yesterday, there's new conflicting reports about Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage's release plans from another reputable outlet. Variety, following yesterday's reports that Venom 2 could be pushed to 2022, now says the delay news might not be accurate. So it's either happening or not.
That's very true. That is
Yeah.
100% true statement.
I don't know if it's accurate, but someone said it was in the comments. Yeah, well, I still don't know either, so that's definitely interesting. I hope that Venom movie's good. There's a lot of stuff coming out, and like it all has a lot of potential, but I think I'm just so inundated with content right now that it's hard to be super enthusiastic about a lot of it.
That's how I feel like I've gotten lately, is like I only just want to watch the stuff I really want to watch. Like I'm not just taking in everything that comes my way. Like I only have so much time in a day. Like, am I going to watch Venom or, I don't know, Green Knight? I'm going to watch Green Knight.
Yeah, I get it. And that's, I think, very reasonable, because to try to watch everything is just it's like a fool's errand anyways. When people are like, oh, you got to check out this new series. It's in season 8. And I'm like, I will never do that. Like, how would I even fit that in, you know?
Dude, it's like, remember when you and me were watching a crazy amount of movies?
Mm-hmm.
How many were we watching a week? Like 10?
Yeah,
least, like,
probably.
Easy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't even know how we did it.
No, busy weekends, I guess, of just sitting and watching stuff.
I would watch like 3-4 movies sometimes in one day. It was ridiculous.
Shang-Chi next week. I'm there day one. I agree. You know, I actually might not. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I might go see Shang-Chi on opening night. Somebody asked why I didn't react to the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And as much as I hate to say it, by the time that I was ready to record, there was like 1,500 of the reactions on YouTube already. So I was trying to think of a different way to approach it, and I couldn't come up with anything. So that's why I haven't reacted to it yet. Maybe I'll put out some Spider-Man content on the next trailer if I can get to it right on time. Because if you missed it, like I should have uploaded the What If review last night, because I waited till this morning. It's only got 300 views or something like that.
Yeah, you have to be with that stuff, with the Marvel stuff, you have to hit it right away.
Immediately, yeah, dude. Yeah. Which is a blessing and a curse, I suppose, for content creators, but it does get to be like it's such a rat race that it makes it difficult.
100%.
So last news story, and I think this will wrap it up. We'll check Patreon shortly afterwards, but a day after being leaked, Sony releases No Way Home trailer. So did you see that it came out the day before it came out?
I did. I saw it. I didn't watch it until I actually saw like the official one pop up on YouTube. Not because I like took a moral high ground of a leak. I just didn't care enough until it was like right in front of me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll watch it now.
Yeah, same situation where I didn't bother to search for it. It seemed like Marvel did a pretty thorough job of scrubbing it from the internet, which is actually pretty impressive and something only Disney could manage to do. But it felt like I couldn't find it anywhere. If I Googled it and just kind of went through the basic motions, didn't see where anybody had it or was sharing it. So anyways, it was pre-VFX, looked like shit, recorded through somebody else's recorded video, something to where it was very degraded. But because it got released and people were talking about it, Marvel just went ahead and threw out the trailer, which they may have been doing anyways. It seemed very unceremonious when they released it, but a lot of stuff in this trailer. Caleb, what did you think about the No Way Home trailer?
Looks all right. I don't really care about the multiverse thing, and I haven't seen the other two Spider-Man. So not really the target demographic, obviously, but it looked all right. It looked like another big budget comic book movie. But nothing that I was like, oh man, this is really breaking the comic book movie mold. Let me run out to see this.
I have, excuse me, I have very mixed feelings on the Sony Marvel crossover Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. On one hand, Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. I think he's really good casting. I actually like the cast of his movies quite a bit, and it does a lot to kind of nail the tone of Spider-Man as a character. Yeah. I also feel like it's, and this is symptomatic of all MCU movies, that it's too directly tied into all of the other stuff. It's too much of an Avengers movie. It's too much of an Iron Man movie. It's too much of a Doctor Strange movie. And not that that doesn't work splendidly for Marvel. It's just that I like Spider-Man so much. I feel like he's sort of similar to Batman in that there's something so unique about them when they exist on their own. Even though I know that's not comic accurate, for me, I would rather see neighborhood Spider-Man not going to Titan and all that stuff that he did in Endgame or Infinity War. But they're good movies. I've really enjoyed both of the Spider-Man movies. Now they're going full tilt with everything but Spider-Man, that I feel like throughout this iteration, Peter Parker, Spider-Man as a character, has never really had their own central story arc.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've gathered from seeing it. Even watching this trailer, the parts with him looked great. The parts that I didn't like all the Doctor Strange cringe humor, I was like, ooh, this is bad. But the parts with him work, and I think it's more, and I've said this a billion times, DC made every character Batman, MCU made every character Spider-Man. So like when I get that camp and that like kind of cringy humor with Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, okay, that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a cringe-filled humor fest. That's kind of what he is. And I'm okay with it. And so for me, I have this like disconnect when I see other characters do that. I'm just like, I'm out.
Jay Wolfie, send me the link, dude. I looked for it. He said there's a video on YouTube with 1.4 million views. Let's go to the
Spider-Man.
Yeah, to the
leaked trailer. Well, I mean, we don't need to look for it. It's already out.
No, I know, but I'm just curious. Prove? Yeah, I proved myself wrong. Let's see.
Yeah, I believe they're right.
Fan-made leaked trailer. 78,000 views.
Find it?
No.
They might have scrubbed it now.
Spider-Man No Way Home trailer 2 weeks ago.
No Way Home full trailer leaked 3 days ago with 78,000. There's a ton of them.
All right. I don't know that that's whatever.
So what was with one thing with Doctor Strange wearing a puffy coat with his cape attached to his puffy coat?
That's just like a silly, I guess.
It was like an attempt at humor, or was it that what it was?
What do you mean attempt? That was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Okay. No, I didn't know. I'm like, is this like an attempt at being funny? Like, oh, he wears his cape on top of his puffy coat, his North Face jacket.
Yeah, that's
or
a
I'm
new,
like, is
that's
this just
a new thing.
dumb? Okay.
Well, I don't know why the Sanctum is covered in snow. Like, I think this shit looks cool. I know there's a lot of MCU tie-ins that I'm very curious about. So instead of just casually dogging on it, let me give some actual insight, because there are things that I liked about this trailer that it's just hard to be super excited about it because of what the nature of what we do is. Like, seeing Doc Ock at the end of the trailer was not a revelation to me, because I thought we were going to see a dozen Spider-Men come swinging in, you know?
That's the problem with doing movie news. Yeah. Is like by the time a reveal comes out, it's like, oh, you don't have that like general audiences. Oh my God, Doc Ock. You're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I saw this coming. But I like that we're taking place pretty much right after where Far From Home left off, where Spider-Man's on the run. J. Jonah Jameson is still kind of vilifying him to the public. It looks like Mary Jane is a much more active part of Peter's Spider-Manning, which is cool, and I like Zendaya, so hopefully her character will get a little bit more hopefully she'll develop a little bit more, because I didn't love her in the first movie. She started to get better in the second. So
I feel like that's kind of always Mary Jane, though, just in the movies.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think they did really good with Gwen Stacy, though, in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Did you see those?
I saw the one with the lizard. That's the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. Yeah, I never saw the second one. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either. I just kind of I know a lot of people like really had a bad reaction to it. I didn't have that, but I didn't also have like, oh my god, these are amazing. It's just like, oh, more Spider-Man.
Yeah, I liked The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, pretty good. Didn't like it as much as the first Raimi 2, but I enjoyed it good enough. The
So
second
I
one was
actually
bad.
don't like the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
And that's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man 2
Uh-huh.
with Doc Ock. That to me is like where it was really good.
I understand that Spider-Man 2 is probably quantifiably a better movie. Doc Ock is a much better villain, sans the fact that he's not wearing a shirt under that trench coat, which is just weird. But
Yeah.
not as weird as Green Goblin, I suppose. But just seeing Spider-Man in action the first time in the movie theater was like that was some shit.
It was kind
for
of a
me.
magical thing.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I can see that.
However, you're right. Like the writing in the sequel is way better. But I think that the fact that Doctor Strange is willing to perform a spell for Peter that's going to conceal his identity because of the things that they experience together, it seems very out of character for the defender of our realms, Doctor Strange, to do something like that.
I could see that.
I mean, it's like just in general, like his whole thing is protecting our dimension. So
He like threw his principles out for a convenient plot point.
yes, absolutely. And for a kid that like, yeah, I know they went through some shit, trauma bonding and stuff, but then to allow Peter to like be in the room and then come into the little spell circle, it's like, I'll do this for you, but you got to fuck right off. You got to go in the other room for 5 minutes. Instead of coming in here in the middle of it and being like, but what if, and he's like, stop messing with the spell. And Peter just keeps on going. So I'm like, man, this is so like, I think you said it. It betrays the characters to make this happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
What I do think's cool about it, though, is we get a laugh from Green Goblin. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed the laugh.
So there's a laugh from Green Goblin. There's a bunch of yellow lightning going around, and we know that Jamie Foxx is going to be in it. So that's Green Goblin, Electro. We saw Doc Ock in it. There's a little flash of what appears to be the Lizard. Sandman is rumored to be in it, but then you've got Scorpion or Vulture from the first of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I'm wondering, are they building to a Sinister Six? And that's why the other Spider-Men are going to have to come in?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Do you have a favorite lineup of Sinister Six?
Let's see.
I think I'd have to look to know what versions are which.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't even know. You know, my Sinister Six, I always just think of Electro, Doc Ock, Mysterio, right?
Mm-hmm. Mysterio, yep.
Vulture.
Mm-hmm.
Sandman. And who's the other one? Craven? Isn't Craven Sinister Six?
I think he is he is sometimes for sure.
So I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of is like that's what I think of when I think of Sinister Six. But I'm assuming there's more.
This one right here's got Craven, Sandman, Green Goblin, Venom, Doc Ock, and Electro. And then another one I'm looking at is Vulture, Doc Ock, Mysterio, Sandman, Electro, and Hobgoblin for some reason. So I guess it just changes.
Yeah, I'm not there. Wikipedia now. So the original members were Doc Ock, Electro, Craven, Mysterio, Sandman, Vulture. That was the original.
That's I guess the OG lineup.
Yeah, so that's what I always thought of. That's why when you're like, I'm like, are there more than just? I'm like, what lineup? But I guess they added in Sinister 11, Sinister 10, Sinister 15.
Oh wow, I haven't seen a lot of those.
Yeah.
So Brad Fedek said, I don't think that's the Doctor Strange that's in our MCU. I feel it was an alternate version of him. That's really interesting. I wonder about that. I wonder how all of these things are going to congeal together. Let's see. Jeremy won't introduce Caleb to Holden.
There is one casting that I don't believe we've talked about.
What's that?
That's the Cowboy Bebop pictures.
Ah!
Thought of that with Joncho. Did you see the pictures? Yeah, Google Cowboy Bebop live action. They released pictures of them in costume.
I didn't even know this was happening.
So I think this is the weirdest dang casting ever.
This is the real actual casting that I'm looking at.
Yeah, this is for the next show. Them
John Cho
and
and some other people.
yeah, I just think it's the John Cho casting. I love John Cho. I think John Cho is an incredible actor. What was the one movie that where he's looking for his daughter?
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
That's no,
It's Searching.
Yeah, that movie is incredible.
It really is.
Him as Spike Spiegel is so weird. I think it's so funny that this is the one movie that they're like, oh, we're making an anime character. Maybe we should actually make him Asian. But I'm like, but you picked the one thing where the character is actually white. I think that's so
Is
funny
that right?
to me. Yeah, his name's Spike Spiegel. He's a white dude.
They're all white to me, dude.
And in this series, they are.
I'm a one drop
but like
believer.
I think it's so funny with like with Motoko Kusanagi, they got Scarlett Johansson for Ghost in the Shell. I'm like, that's where we needed the Asian person, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's bizarre to me. Yeah.
Did you know there's a Bane series announced for 2022 on HBO?
No, I did not know that.
No, I didn't either. Oh, wait. Bane is announced for a 2022 HBO project, so it's not his own series. No, I didn't know that. That's interesting. There's a Spidey event going on in the comics called Sinister War right now. That's interesting. And then Jambo's hit us with a pretty cool fan theory. What if Doctor Strange is the sixth member of the Sinister Six, and he's an alternate Doctor Strange, and it's a red herring kind of like Mysterio?
That would be super cool.
I heard somebody did a video. I'm going to pull it up so I can give them their flowers, but I was listening to a video right before we started streaming live. It was this British kid talking about his desire to see Doc Ock have a redemption arc or continue his redemption arc that would keep him true to his Spider-Man 2 version of his character, because he ends as a hero in that movie.
Yeah.
So it would be weird for him to come back as a villain. However, this guy, a 19-minute kind of discussion about it where he thinks that Doc Ock would be a good double agent, where like he's fighting along, he's trying to figure out how to mend the multiverse thing and fix everything.
Yeah, I think I'm very curious to see how they'll pull in the multiverse. To me, multiverses are just so hit or miss, man. They can come off incredible, or they can come off like as the worst, cheesiest Star Trek level 1960s sci-fi ever. It's that thin line.
I will say, and I know that Marvel and Disney are the pioneers of the motion cap technology and the de-aging technology. All the props in the world to them for creating that and making it happen. But Doc Ock looks fucking weird in that trailer, dude.
Yeah, okay, so they de-aged him. That's why, right? Because I noticed he looked weird. Like his face, he looked very Photoshoppy.
Yeah, like yes, sleek in a weird way. Too much video game sheen. He looks like he stepped out of Cyberpunk 2077.
I could definitely see that.
Did you see Spider-Man's new costume? Black with the gold trim. It looks good, dude.
I watched the trailers. I must have, but I didn't know if it was one from the last one or not.
You've probably got it as a skin on the game.
Probably. So, is it new for this specific movie, or
Yes.
is it new? Yeah. Suit. No Way Home, right?
Sorry about the lag, gang. I'm gonna have to.
Oh yeah, I know exactly which one this is. Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet looking suit. I like that.
Yeah, I've always liked the Black Spider-Man. Like, it's a cool look.
That's very close to Miles's. With
Very
the red
close.
underneath the arms too. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Do you think they'll introduce Miles in this?
I hope they don't.
Really?
There's just too much already. Like this movie, this movie's got too much already. It's like
You don't think it ends with a nod?
maybe
Post-credit Miles scene?
that they could do it right. I'm just curious on the meta side of it. How is it that we've got every single other leak, but not that there was a Miles on set?
Very true. Because to me, it just would make sense to end a post-credit scene with Miles.
I think you're right. I think that's actually a very Marvel thing to do as well. And then we gotta wonder, like, is Spider-Man ever gonna clash with Venom in future movies? Is Morbius ever gonna, like, what's going on with all that?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess Venom 2 is probably gonna be the great decider. However, I think Marvel still has creative control over the character, so I don't know how it works.
It's a cluster, man.
It really
the whole
is.
Spider-Man thing. It really is.
So we got he's lost 40 pounds since Spider-Man 2. Alfred Molina has.
Wow.
I seriously think they should have just had the actors be their age, and Doc Ock could have survived the end of Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Let's see. I thought maybe Doc Ock is talking to Toby in the Hey Peter scene, but just show it as Tom because we don't want to reveal Toby and Andrew yet. Also makes sense as Doc Ock knows that Peter. That's a really good point.
That's a very good point.
Huh. Ibrahima says, I don't think OnlyFans is saved. Eventually someone's going to be doing something they shouldn't, and they'll ban it permanently. Having OnlyFans as your main source of income is not wise. I agree with that.
100% agree.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same side of that discussion. Let me pull up Patreon real quick and see what we got over there. And then I will put this podcast out of its misery, and I will try to fucking get my computer streaming properly. Hopefully. To be fair, the person that was helping me with fucking IT work just had his computer and profile hacked on Facebook. So I'm like, dude, this is the guy that I've got helping me?
So Colby's saying that, is saying that Miles does exist in the MCU already. We just haven't seen him. That Donald Glover's character is his uncle.
That Donald Glover's character has the same name as Miles's uncle. However, Miles's uncle is the Prowler also. Yeah, okay, so
I didn't even know
Aaron,
Donald Glover was in Spider-Man.
He's got like a 3-minute part. It's so small, but it's cool. He's your favorite actor, so I'm sure you'd appreciate seeing him in there. Let's see.
Also, why does Miles have his mom's last name?
I don't know.
It's always bothered me.
Don't you have a choice?
When you're a baby?
No.
You just choose it?
No, like parents. Don't the parents have a choice?
Yeah, the parents have a choice.
Well, she
I'm
passed
telling
him
you
through
right
her
now.
butt.
I'm telling you right now. No black man is letting his wife get their last name. That's some white people shit, if anything.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't speak to that.
It's like I know we're doing the alliteration thing, but it's always been those small pet peeves of mine. I love Miles. I think he's as good, and I think you can make an argument that he's better than Peter in a lot of ways. But that's one of those stupid things. I'm like, it just bugs me for no reason.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is from Mark McKeever on Patreon. And Disney is looking to go robot. Disney parks are adding robots that can understand you. A new report suggests Disney parks will add new robots. Is Disneyland building robots? Primarily, the robots seem to respond to human emotions. One specific example centers around the character Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, which can react to human emotions like another human. Will robots replace humans at Disney? They look to be adding artificial intelligence to its rides and attractions. That said, it won't look to replace... Oh, wow. So... robots have been commonplace at Disney for decades now.
That sounds like Disney to me.
The artificial intelligence aspect of it is definitely new, but God, the potential or the possibilities there, even if it's not true AI, but just adaptable personality traits and custom reactions depending on what you, like how you communicate with these robots, that's fucking cool, dude.
Huge, man. I don't know. I love tech, so that's exciting to me.
Specifically, Disney may use robots for Star Wars or Marvel characters, huge ones like the Incredible Hulk, tiny ones like Baby Yoda, and swinging ones like Spider-Man that are challenging to bring to life in realistic ways, especially outdoors.
You saw the video of the web slinging robot, right?
No.
Dude, it's super cool.
What?
Yeah, YouTube. I saw it on like some social media or something. Maybe it was YouTube. Robot Spider-Man Disneyland search or something.
So from Insider, a couple years ago, Disney stunt robots could change how Hollywood makes movies. So they're actually making robotic stuntmen. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
is this the Avengers campus?
See the yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a whole stuntman. Like he did there. I guess there's a show of Spider-Man, and it's all done by a robot.
That's freaking dope, dude. Did you see Elon Musk's little presentation with the dancing robot that was actually just a person in a costume?
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah,
I saw the picture of it, but I didn't see.
He rolled out announcements that in the next 2 years they're gonna have fully functioning humanoid robots. But oh my god, dude, no way.
With the robot,
all of that.
The part where he like flips is a robot.
Right, let me keep
going. Where he flies through the air.
Because I'm looking at this like, no fucking way. Let's see.
About 1:50 go to or somewhere like that.
Okay.
You'll see him swing. That's a robot.
I want to go to that.
And it makes sense because, it's safer than, having a human do it.
What? That was crazy looking.
And then the actor pops up from behind the wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's what the stunt robots they were talking about 2 years ago in the Insider magazine. I think that Spider-Man is one of them.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't that?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. We're getting there. Like the future is about to be.
We're right on the cusp of a lot of crazy things.
Yeah, and I know that we watch a lot of fiction that shows that we're going to totally be subjugated and made slaves out of robots when the minute that they become self-aware. But I think that there's a lot of very positive potential in robots. The thing that I fear, and this is a whole different can of worms, but the way that it's going to affect the job market and the economy.
But they said the same thing about the Model T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the economy typically adjusts to it. It's just, we'll be in the robot building business.
I love that. There's serious diagnostics going on in the chat right now. Are you seeing this?
No.
I feel like my doctors are all together talking about my STDs.
that you got from hooking up with all those OnlyFans girls.
Old grandmas, grandma aunts.
All those old OnlyFans girls.
Oh, look at dude. Mark McKeever's got the blue reel too, man. Colby's is red. I love to see it. Definitely love to see it. So who should cast for Spider-Man reboot after Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3? You say you're joking, man, but who knows with those Spider-Man movies? It's like Spider-Man and Batman.
Can we just have Spider-Man finally grow up like he does in the comics, please?
I want my Spider-Man to be a 30-year-old chasing a fucking school bus down the street, dude.
That's true. No, I definitely want the from the Spider-Man where he's like a dad and married and and Tony Stark isn't his hero anymore and all that. That stuff that to me is way more interesting. Maybe just because I'm older.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So here's another link to that same story. We're gonna take a look at it real quick and give some final thoughts. Some find the idea of a theme park full of hyper-realistic, free-roaming robots a little unsettling for some reason. Oh, so they're free-roaming robots.
Yeah, that's super crazy, but
it's like
cool.
Westworld, bro.
Dude, I kind of want. That makes me want to go. I have no desire to go to Disneyland. Now I kind of do.
So a viral New York Times headline was published on Wednesday asking, "Are you ready for sentient Disney robots?" And Twitter says, "Absolutely not." I think there's just something funny about, being like, "Oh, the robots are going to take us over." Do you think that would really like are people's lives in danger from sentient robots?
I think it could happen. I would never want to say no.
If you hacked into a Disney mascot to commit
Not like
mass
now.
part
I'm
murder,
saying no. I'm not like now, but like sentient robots in the future, maybe. Yeah.
okay. But if you could hack into a sentient robot that is a Disney property character and go and commit chaos throughout the park, which
Just like a big old video game.
which mascot are you picking? Yes, correct. You can be Marvel,
I'm picking
Star Wars, Disney.
No, man. I'm going Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yes. There's a level of irony there. He looks cute. He's like a little bear with no pants on.
Or Eeyore.
Eeyore's be good. He's slow. Well, I guess you could maybe customize.
You can make him go fast. Who would you choose?
For some reason, the idea of Ursula from The Little Mermaid just seems really appealing to me. She's like a giant octopus. She looks like Divine from fucking Pink Flamingos.
That would work.
I would be like, you poor unfortunate souls.
She does look like Divine from Pink Flamingos. I never thought
She's
of that.
based
Sure,
on
100%.
Divine.
Yeah, she got total Divine vibes.
Yeah, man. Let us know, guys. Let us know who you would go on a rampage at at Disney World with. What would be your avatar to go commit mass chaos at Disney World? Anybody remember the Alien Encounters ride at Disney World? I missed that.
I don't think I ever. Oh, Disney World. I've never been to Disney World. I've only been to Disneyland. That's why.
Jill Benson says the MCU is going to go on forever. Get used to Tom Holland because he's the one who's going to be the one to get married and being the dad. That would be cool.
That would be super cool.
It would be neat to see the one who started out as the young version actually mature into the old Peter.
Yeah, he'll get a point where, though, he's so sick of doing this role, he's going to want to move on. He'll have enough money to last him a lifetime, and he'll go, now I'm in it for the art, and he'll bounce.
I feel like with the MCU, we're getting to that place where everybody is kind of like the people who brought me in the first place are sort of starting to be phased out as far as contracts go and all of that stuff. So the last episode of What If starred or featured heavily Black Widow, the character, but she's voiced by Lake Bell now.
Who's Lake Bell?
Lake Bell is a really popular voice actor. She was in a movie about voice acting. I can't remember what it was called right now, but she also voices
I know
Harley.
who this girl is.
Ivy, excuse me. She voices Ivy in the Harley Quinn show, and she's on Summer. What's the? Remember the summer camp? My Wet Hot American Summer 1 and 2.
Yeah, she's in a ton of stuff. I know exactly who this is.
Jill Benson. I'm cool with the animatronic characters. Ursula would definitely be my avatar of murder. And then Brady says Goofy, no doubt. That's a good one.
Goofy was one I was thinking about too.
Yuck. You're gonna die. Yuck. I can't
just go straight up like Five Nights at Freddy's with this.
Yes. I am very intrigued to see what they end up doing, like on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, when the pirates can actually like walk around. That it's crazy.
Yeah, it is really crazy. It's cool, really, really cool.
Remember a couple years ago when me and you were talking about that robot that they let run cross country and then it made it to like Detroit and they fucked it up?
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
I think it was Boston Dynamics, and they just let this humanoid robot like run around the country. And it was this, there was getting press coverage and social media and all that. And it made it somewhere and they just fucking destroyed it.
Yeah, that's going to happen at the theme park. Someone's going to mess up a couple of these.
Jambo's MCU are going back to formula with Eternals as an exception as it looks the most unique. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I like the trailer for the Eternals, and it does look like it has a different vibe. And yes, Jill, Lake Bell is extremely underrated.
Yeah, I like the Eternals trailer too. I was actually pleasantly surprised by it.
I need to look up.
Still think the humor at the end, even in the second trailer where it hits the table, is awful.
It's better.
I don't know. It's pretty evil. Pretty even.
Oh, hell, man. Let's see. But
everything else looks awesome.
It might have been called In a World. Yes, that's what it is. Lake Bell is in a movie called In a World, and it's about being a trailer voiceover artist, and I highly recommend it. So there we go. We put some love on Lake Bell, and everybody's got a homework assignment if you want to go check out a good movie. Caleb, I think we're done here.
I think I'm done. I am so beat. I haven't. My daughter's been sick. Like I said, I'm running on no sleep. I'm kind of in zombie mode right now.
Well, it's been fun still.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week I'll actually have slept a little bit and have some energy.
Man, you are the best. I appreciate you doing it, and I appreciate all of you for stopping by to check out this week's episode of the Movies Are Terrible live stream podcast every Thursday at 6 p.m. CST right here on the Movies Are Terrible YouTube channel. Also, you can check out the audio version on SoundCloud. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, take a second to click the thumbs up button. It really helps out. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the terrible content, live streams, reviews, other things, then all you got to do is subscribe, click the bell to enable notifications, and then cross your fingers that those notifications actually come through, because sometimes they don't. Anyways, on behalf of both me and Caleb, and until next time, be terrible. Peace.